The shelter medicine program at the University of Florida is focused on research to provide for the health and welfare of homeless animals in shelters. One of the reasons that holds back adoption is the appearance of dogs. People make judgments on how dogs are going to behave simply on what breed they look like. But most of the dogs that come into shelters don't have a pedigree. Most of them are mixes of multiple breeds. One of the most critical challenges facing dogs is discrimination based on their appearance. They might resemble a breed, and in some cases, discrimination against those breeds can prevent them from being admitted into rental housing or even some regions where breeds are completely banned. For example, in Dade County, Florida and Miami, families are not allowed to own any dog that looks like a pit bull. But since there's no way to identify what a pit bull is with a DNA test, people have to make visual judgments. Our interest was in whether shelter staff, who are professionals, can actually be accurate in their visual assessments of dog breeds. So in order to assess whether shelter staff can actually identify breeds in an accurate way, we designed a study in which we went into shelters, selected dogs from their population, and then asked multiple staff members at that shelter to identify the breeds they thought were in that dog. And even side by side in the same shelter at the same dogs, they guessed different breeds. Their breed guesses only matched 25% of the time. So if shelter staff, who are the professionals at identifying dog breeds, can't do it accurately, we really have to call into question the whole notion of looking at a mixed breed dog and identifying what breeds are in it. The second phase of our study involved taking blood from each of these dogs and sending it to a lab to identify the actual breeds in that dog's DNA. That was a way that allowed us to actually compare the shelter staff's guesses with the DNA that was in the dog. And less than half of the staff guesses agreed with the actual DNA in those dogs. So we concluded that visual identification of dog breeds and mixed breed dogs and should not be a reason to discriminate against them in housing or ownership, and also shouldn't be the primary reason somebody picks a dog for adoption. We should be focusing more on the actual behavior of the dog. So we've had a great reception to this information. Shelter staff have already eliminated putting breed guesses on dogs that come into the shelter without any history, and that's allowed them to focus more on the behavior of the animal and match adopter needs with the dogs that are really going to be a good fit.